This is estate planning attorney Jason Lindamood, and today I want to answer a fairly common question about a term that we've all heard but may not have had a reason to really think about what it means. And that question is, what is probate? In other words, when we talk about the probate process, what are we referring to and what does probate actually do? So whenever we probate a will or start probate when somebody dies without a will, what we're talking about is getting in front of a judge and ultimately obtaining a court order that allows us to retitle things from the deceased person's name into the name of the proper beneficiary. So we can think about it in a number of ways, but let's think about it like this. We couldn't just walk into the bank, show them our deceased grandpa's death certificate, tell them that his wishes were for us to have access to the money and expect them to give us access to his accounts, right? Same thing if we're talking about real estate. We couldn't simply walk into the county clerk's office, go to the real estate records division and have them change the property's deed from grandpa's name into our name. These entities need something to basically absolve themselves from any legal liability before they can make these fairly significant retitling changes. And what gives them that legal cover, so to speak, is that court order that we mentioned a moment ago. Now, if the deceased person that we're talking about has a will, then that court order will be called letters testamentary, legal term. And if they died without a will, it's going to be called letters of administration. Now, there's a legal distinction between those two things, but they both ultimately allow us to do what we need to do when a loved one passes away, which is to get the court's permission to inventory all of the assets, to pay all the debts, then redistribute and retitle the remainder of the estate property to the appropriate beneficiaries, all under the guidance of our local county's probate court. Now, is there a way we can avoid going through this probate process? The answer is yes. And the most common way is for us to use what's called a revocable trust rather than a typical last will and testament. But we'll talk about that and hold on that for a future video. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and if you're in a position to leave a comment, hit a like button, or share this video, that is always greatly appreciated, and I'll talk to you soon.